GB ASMR here. Today I'm gonna be just talking about the animes I've watched recently since usually like if I go to my friends IRL and try to talk about the animes I've seen, it's like a big yawn. But if you're trying to go to sleep anyway, get excited because I'm gonna talk about some animes, okay? So the most recent one I just finished, Class no Dakirai na Joshi to kekkon suru koto ni natta. Something like I'm married to the girl I hate in my class or something like that. This is like a trend I've been noticing in a lot of newer animes. I don't know if it's just because like these are the kind of animes I watch or what, but like there's been a lot of animes where like there's a girl and a guy, and for like inexplicable reasons they are married. Like they're not betrothed. Okay, this is not Rama one half. They are married, and it usually goes like this: the guy, he takes things really seriously. He genuinely likes this girl, but the girl, she's just so naive and she's tsundere, and she just can't let it happen. And her feelings also, she also has feelings, but it's like she's submissive. She cooks for them, she cleans for them, she doesn't, you know, don't I don't actually like you, but I make you dinner every night. And she's a big nag too. And this is just like, as a queer person, this is just not like the representative of marriage that I personally enjoy. I think that marriage is great for the people who want it. I am myself married, but like don't portray marriage as like you hating your wife because your wife's an effing B word, and you know what I mean. It's just really it could be a cultural difference. It really could be. And it probably is a cultural difference. But for me, that's like an aspect of these shows I really don't like, because for me, I'm like, oh my god, they're married, that's so crazy. And it's not the marriage part that bothers me, it really isn't. Like, I'm like, this is cool, you know, but like these shows are kind of ruining the sanctity of marriage a little bit. Okay, so that's this one. I gave this one a actually, I'm gonna knock it down. Okay, so I gave this one a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10 for me means it was like okay. Like I like watched it and I didn't like hate every second of it, but I'm probably gonna forget this anime in like a few weeks. And if you like told me the name of it, I probably wouldn't remember it. But if you showed me a picture, I'd be like, yeah, I watched that one. I watched that one and I remember everything about it now. That's a 3 out of 10 for me. It's like usually if I like didn't feel satisfied, like maybe I expected something and I wasn't really like delivered on that thing. And that's kind of how I felt about this one. The ending was very unsatisfying, and it's like a trope that I half like, but they're never executed in the way that I would like. Very heteronormative for one, and for two, I'll get to that with the next one, but like sometimes these tropes just don't make sense. Kusuria no Hitori Koto, Apothecary Diaries. I read the manga for this one. The manga is good. Something about this show that actually frustrates me is I don't think the show is good without Jinchi, which is a shame, because I do like Mao Mao. I think Mao Mao is great. That's what, let me turn my brightness down, maybe that'll help. I do think Mao Mao is great. Jinchi does really just carry the show though. And I feel like Jinchi and Mao Mao interacting is really cool, but also like the mystery of Jinchi's like past mystery, quote unquote. Okay, no spoilers, but ain't no mystery. Is really interesting. But like they spend too much time solving these like precarious, inconsequential mysteries, and the mysteries are not interesting, and the mysteries are all like the same solution, and it all goes the same way, and it's just really boring in that regard. But I do think, okay, so like as a like mystery anime, it's weak. As a romance anime, pretty strong, but I can tell it's like trying not to shoehorn itself into being a romance anime, which I'm just like, it's okay to be a romance anime. Like, you don't have to pretend to be something you're not. Like, I don't know. And there are like some mystery shows that I enjoyed outside of the romance aspect. Okay, it's not like I don't like mystery shows or whatever, but this one isn't too repetitive, too formulaic with that aspect. And yes, like I said, I just finished the whole manga, so like I know what happens, and I'm reading through the light novel now. So like don't act like I just don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. Okay. Higurashi no naku koro ni sotsu. So I did like Go I thought was really good. The only thing I'll say is like I do miss like the fun of Higurashi no naku koro ni. Like I feel like Ni was a lot more fun and you would watch and like be having like a good time, while I feel like Go was a little more gory, I guess is like a good word for it, but it wasn't like, there were some scenes that were like a lot. There's a scene where Satoko Hojo reeks out Nikafurada's guts. That was too much. That was too much. But if there was worms, maybe not. I miss the worms. They just keep talking about Hinamizawa syndrome. Show the worms. I remember the worms from D. I know they're there. Show them. But anyway, so I feel like Go was really good. Sotsu was really weak until the last 3 episodes of that season. But it was still good, okay? I give it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 means gave me everything I wanted. It was good. I remember it with a smile, okay? It's average. It's average. Sotsu's average. Okay, this is another marriage anime. Ijo koibito miman. So this one's called like I'm trying to learn Japanese, so like I have it in Romanji because I can't read kanji and they didn't have a hiragana option. But so this one is something like, I don't remember what this one's called in English. Oh, more than a married couple but not lovers. So this one, I give it 3 out of 10. Very unsatisfying. Okay, so I love gyarus. Gals, amazing. Akari Watanabe is a really good character, I think. Tell me why. Okay, you have the gyaru trope, which is like a very like, she's not trying to impress you. She's just a sexy, like slutty girl, and like you know, they're like more experienced sexually and like more like open to like being like more forward, I guess, romantically. It's like the best way I would describe like the typical gyaru trope. And like they wear a lot of heavy makeup and they have other characteristics that are traditionally ugly to like Eastern men, but like they're hot and they pull it off. So like that's like the traditional gyaru girl. She's not skinny, she's not like you know, she doesn't have natural features. You know, a lot of what she does is like sloppy, artificial. She doesn't have domestic skills. You know, she can't cook, she can't clean. Tell me why this is a gyaru that can cook and clean. Like, first of all, F you. That is not right. That is not the right way to do the gyaru trope. There's a reason why this trope exists. Okay, this is representative of like you know, people like me who, you know, like don't like have like, you know what I mean. I'm not like gonna sit here and be like, I want to submit to a man. No, like this was like the closest the type of trope that I get to good queer representation is the gyaru, and they just took her and they chewed her up and they spit her out, and she like you know, does the typical gyaru thing of like falling in love with a nerd, which is like totally based, but like then he like cheats on her with his like childhood best friend, and I'm like why am I supposed to be enjoying this show? Like there's a lot of scenes where I'm like, that's really cool, and that's like not something that you would usually see in anime. Like there was like, it never like played it too safe. It technically is an ecchi. It played it safe for an ecchi, but I would say that like for this kind of genre, oh, that was loud. For this like kind of genre where like they're married, this didn't play it safe, but it also didn't give me what I wanted, which was for them to fall in love and for the gyaru girl to be like an actual gyaru girl. Okay, on to the next one. Kimi no koto ga daisuki na, I don't know how to say 100 in Japanese, nin no kanajo, season 2. So absolute god tier anime, the best anime I've seen this year. Just flat out god tier anime. If you love hot chicks and simp men, this is the anime for you. This anime does it right. He's got 100, this is not an exaggeration, he's got 100 girlfriends who really love him, okay? That should be me. This is the ultimate fantasy anime. This is, and I don't mean like sci-fi, I mean like this is what we should all aspire to. Absolute god tier anime. And if you're wondering, best girls for me are the originals. We got Hakari and Karane. Those are my favorite ones. Love those girls. Runner up would definitely be Shizuka. Where is she? Did I pass her? Shizuka. She's a runner up. She is not best girl, but I do enjoy her. And I am reading the manga, but I'm not like super far yet in the manga, so don't ask me about any girls that aren't in the anime because I don't know. Okay, so that one, 10 out of 10. It's like super rare for me to rate animes that highly. Okay, like this is a really good one. And this one I mentioned before, go. You know what? Hold on. I think it's a 7 out of 10. It's not better than me, but I would say just as good. I did enjoy this. I thought it was a really good and appropriate way to like continue the series. I didn't like Rei or Kai, but I do like Go. Go was really good. Okay, then this one, Kawaii kareba hentai demo suki ni natte kuremasu ka, which is like, could you fall in love with a pervert if she was cute or some crap like that? This one, same deal. I mean, this is a fun premise. Didn't give me what I wanted. In fact, I might, yeah, let me knock that down to a 2 because I really enjoyed the majority of this anime, but it didn't leave me unsatisfied. It actually made me angry. He ends up with his sister. He has all these hot women who are into all these crazy things, and he ends up with his sister. I'm like, you fumbled that. You literally had a puppy girl, hands and knees in front of you, and you said, I'm choosing my sister. Like, what the actual hell? No. Could never be me. Okay. And then we have Tonikawa Kawaii Season 2. Terrible. Season 2, god awful. Season 1 was juicy. Where did the juicy drama go in? Why doesn't he know that she's the moon goddess? Like, that just makes me mad. That just makes me so mad. Another marriage anime. This one made me mad. The first season was delicious. I loved the first episode of, what's that called? Haite the Combat Builder. I love Haite no Kotoko. I loved the first episode of that. The rest of the series, it was not good. And I tried to read the manga and it still wasn't good. The first episode, amazing. But this felt like the better version. Like season 1 felt like the better version of Haite the Combat Builder for sure. But like I needed the drama to continue in season 2, and then in season 2 instead the drama is like, what if you love somebody else? shut up, ho, and give me what I wanted. I wanted to know that she's the moon goddess. Like, what? Why would you think that I wanted him to be like a teacher and have like high school girls fawning over him? Like, not in my marriage anime. Get the hell out of here. Yamato Narashiko Shichi Henge. I read the manga for this one recently, which is in English it's called The Wallflower, but like the direct translation is like Perfect Girl Evolution. This manga was so unsatisfying. I enjoyed a lot of it, but like, okay, this is one of those mangas where like they try not to be like a romance manga. Like, what is with all these like mangas just trying to be subversive by like leaving the audience unsatisfied? Like, okay, yeah, that's subversive for you to like not give me what I wanted, but like, why would I sit here and be like, oh, that's so awesome you didn't give me what I wanted? Because I know that we all wanted Tsunako to end up with Kyohei. Okay, that was like obvious, but they just didn't do it, and I thought that maybe they'd do it in the manga because that's what happened with Oran, but then with this one they just didn't do it, and they acted like that was like super subversive of them, and I'm like, yeah, it's subversive as in you're pissing me off. Like, also, it's not in this list yet, I forgot to add it, but I am rewatching Black Butler. I watched Black Butler way back in the day, like I'm talking like 15 years ago. And I watched like what they had out all in like one night, which I think was like 2 seasons, maybe 3. And like, I didn't like it. I didn't like hate it. I just thought it was like kind of lame. I did like Pluto, but like rewatching it, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, Black Butler is really good actually, and I'm actually having like a really hard time coping with that. I think like back in the day, the reason I didn't like it was because like it was queer bait. Like, it was supposed to be a yaoi, and then the creator like felt like she'd get more money if she did queer bait instead, and like I hated that aspect of it, so like I never really gave it a fair chance. But if you don't watch it wanting CL to end up with Sebastian, which, like, let's be so ominous, like, why would we want that? It's a really good show. So I've been enjoying that. I'm only on like episode 5. Suzume no Tojimari, which is called Suzume period. No, this one wasn't it for me. I don't know why I give it 5. It's getting knocked down to a 2, and I'm tempted to give it a 1, but I really didn't like this one. I really didn't like this one at all. I feel like it had some scenes that I enjoyed, but those were like clippable, you know, where it wasn't like super related to the actual plot. There's also like a scene where she almost like beats a cat, and I'm like, okay, you know, this is making me uncomfortable. Like, I get that the cat's like not a real cat, he's like a demon, but like also like, I don't want to see that. I didn't know I was watching Elfen Lied. Like, if I knew I was watching Elfen Lied, then I'd feel differently about it. But like, this is supposed to be like a cute little romance anime movie. Like, I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, didn't like that one. Dragon Ball Daima, I'm still not done with. I feel like, okay, let me first start by saying I am the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan ever. Like, ever. There are few who are like to the degree that I am obsessed with Dragon Ball. I can't watch shonen because I'm like, I could be watching Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is the best of all of them. Then I like Dragon Ball Z Kai. I feel like Kai kind of like, you know, summarized Z in a fair way. I like Dragon Ball Z though. Dragon Ball Z has a lot of fun scenes that they cut out for Kai. And then I like Dragon Ball Super, which when I say like, I mean like. Okay, I wasn't like obsessed, but still, you know, it's good enough. Then it's GT. Then it's Daima. I do not like Daima at all. Like, everyone's like, oh, Daima's so good. Like, I'm so excited about Daima. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what part of Daima was I supposed to like? Like, what part of Daima was I supposed to like? First of all, where is Son Gohan? Also, where's the monkey tails? Because that's gonna drive me crazy. Why do my monkeys not have tails? Like, I want you to be honest with me. Be so for real with me right now. Why don't the monkeys have monkey tails? I want you to sit there and think, what's the number 1 problem with Dragon Ball Z? Okay? The pacing. Sure, absolutely. They don't have tails. Yeah, that's kind of why GT was kind of exciting, because they brought the tails back. Okay? The tails are important. The tails are important. And then they're like back in their children forms. Where's the tails? Where's the tails? Okay. That's how I feel about Daimon. There's also like a lot of like they retcon a lot of things that I could have lived without them retconning. For example, like all of a sudden Piccolo doesn't know how to speak Namekian. Baby girl, what were you speaking with Kami in the ring like 10 years ago? Because I thought that was Namekian. I remember that. I know your Toriyama doesn't, but I sure did. I remembered that. I remember Piccolo speaking Namekian. I remember Piccolo fusing with Kami and getting Kami's knowledge, and Kami being from Namek years ago. Anyway, little things like that, I guess. So there's that. Then I also have seen Denji Kinroku. This one was incredible. On a technical level, it's a 3. It's a terrible show, but this is a really good ironic watch. I might bump it up to a 4. Yeah, this one's a 4 because is it a 5? It might be a 5. If we're talking about like how enjoyment factor, it's a 10. This show was just terrible. So bad it's good. You've got to watch this one. You will not regret it. Okay. Then Dandadan is just god tier anime. Just literally the best anime made, I think, ever. Like, I think this is the best anime I've ever seen in my life. And the manga, I have never in my life done this before, but I read the entire Dandadan manga in one sitting, 8 hours. I pulled a whole shift, okay, on one of my days off reading this manga. And it is one of the best mangas I have ever read in my life. And like before this, I think Kami-sama Jimamashita had the best manga. But Rosaria Vampire is really good too. And the Dragon Ball manga, it's just incredible. But the manga for Dandadan is it's delicious. It's delicious, honey. So that's Dandadan. I say Dandadan or Dandadan, but I know that a lot of English speakers say Dandadan. That's not right. Dandadan. They say it in the opening, they go Dandadan, 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 like as an apple, like Dandadan, Dandadan, Dandadan. No. I know some that even corrected me because I say Dandadan and they say, oh no, it's Dandadan, like duh. Whatever. Anyway, so let's see what else. I did watch Given. I know that Given kind of gets a bad rep, but I think this is a solid 5 out of 10. It's good, and it gave me the things I wanted it to give me, and I enjoyed it. And I didn't think I would. I thought Given was gonna suck. I did try to watch it back in the day, and I thought it sucked. But this time around, I was like, pretty good. Let's talk a bit about my favorite animes of all time that I've completed. Chunibyo demo koi ga... Wait. Chunibyo demo best anime of all time. Dandara might beat Junibyo, but until the manga is finished for Dandadan, Junibyo is number one. This has been my favorite anime since it came out. Okay. This anime is perfect. I don't like season 2. Season 1 is perfect. Dakaratai otoko ni ini otosarete imasu. I'm being harassed by the world's most likable man. Absolutely. This, okay, have you like gay guys? If you like gay anything, actually, if you like gay anything, if you're like cool with the gays, this is the one. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh, it's generic. Silence. This is the best one. This is the best one. Doesn't play it too safe. It's got the drama. It's spicy. Oh, it's spicy. And it's really good. So, God tier. Dragon Ball. Oh yeah. Dragon Ball. Okay. Hell yeah. Dragon Ball. Super. Boroi. Borori. Yeah. Dragon Ball G. Kiken na Futari Soba Senshin wa Namoranai. Dragon Ball Z, Broly Returns. Best Dragon Ball Z movie ever. Fake. This is another yaoi. This is one of the old ones. This one is old as hell. 1998. Okay, this thing's older than me. Yeah. And it's it's really good. It's a good one. Fruits Basket. Furoba. The old one. Okay, the original. I think it's like 2003, 2004. This is like one of the funniest animes ever made. Gravitation. This is the other best yaoi. This one's really funny. And it's got the drama again, and it's just like a really enjoyable time. This is also the funniest manga I've ever read in my life. Hakane no Renkin Jutsushi Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if that's how you say it. Alchemist. I'll have to see how it's spelled in Japanese. Okay, it's not spelled in Japanese. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I wish I watched this one sooner, because I actually watched this one fairly recently. Like, I watched Full Metal Alchemist way back in the day, and I was like, no, baby girl. No. And then I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood recently, and I was like, who knew that it was actually a really good show? Hey, Daddy. Beautiful World was really good. I didn't watch Beautiful World until recently. I only liked like Access Powers, and World Series. But as an adult, I'm like, Access Powers and World Series kind of sucks. But Beautiful World's really good. Higurashi no Ide, which is Eden of the East. God tier anime. This one, I think about this all the time. I watched it when I was a kid, and I was like, I think this is beyond me, and I was right, because this is for the adults. Yes, honey, if you were an adult, you watch this one. This one's for us. Jipaku Shonen Hanako-kun. I really liked the manga for a while, and I was like so big into Tokyo Hanako, and about a year ago I actually started hating it because the manga just took a nosedive, and I don't even read it anymore. Like, I completely dropped it, and I was so obsessed for so long, and now I'm like, honestly, dog water, absolute dog water anime. Okay, Junjo Romantica. This is for all of my freaks who like a good problematic one. If you like problematic animes, this is for you. Season 2 was just as good. Kami-sama hajimemashita. One of the best mangas ever made. And then as far as the show goes, really freaking good. Koe no Katachi, which is like a silent voice, really good. I have a soft spot for like anything having to do with deaf people, and it's a good one. It's a really good one. Natsume season 6 specifically. Okay, so Natsume's Book of Friends was okay. I mean, it's really boring, but it has like a nice feeling to it. Season 6, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. And then Oran Koko Host Club. Yes, yes, sir. Oh god, one of the best animes and manga ever made. Of course, these all are. School Rumble. Terrible manga, actually. Really funny, but it also does a thing where it tries to be subversive by not giving you what you want. And I'm like, that's not, nobody wanted that. Like, that's why it's subversive, because nobody wanted that. Sekai Chatsukoi. Me and my wife are actually watching this one right now. I've been a big fan of this show ever since it came out, which was in 2011. Okay, I've been obsessed with this one ever since. And rewatching it for like the 100th time in the last 2 years, I'm like, oh yeah. Shiki is the best vampire anime ever made. Incredible. Season 2 of Attack on Titan, season 2, season 3, and season 3 part 2, and the final season part 2 of Attack on Titan are just god tier. And I know, like, it's problematic, but listen, aren't all the good ones? All the good ones are, okay? Nobody likes that fucking sanitized shit. Okay, I want to see some crazy crap. Shugochara Doki, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Don't watch it. Don't watch that one. Castle in the Sky, Laputa, 10 out of 10. あの日見た花の名前は僕たちはまだ知らない。I know another day, the flowers we saw that day. That one caught me off guard. I thought it was just gonna be dumb, and then this had me crying. This had me crying, getting ready for work. This show was perfect. Bungo Stray Dogs, but only the 5th season is really good. The rest of it, I'm like, eye roll. Okay, it's not bad. It's just like not the best of the best, because the best of the best is season 5. Then we have Shinibyo season 2, like I told you, just a bump down. The Spain movie for Takaratai is it's a bump down. Death Note, I'm gonna bump that one up. I'm bumping that one up. That one's a 10. That was a 10. Death Note, yeah, it's a classic for a reason. Okay, that one's a good one. And then we got Dragon Ball Super. Wait, is this one in twice? Am I crazy? Dragon Ball Super. Sobahero. It was alright. Elfin Lead. Don't watch that one. Don't watch it. But if you've seen it, I like that one. But if you haven't seen it, don't watch it. I mean that. I mean that. You gotta trust me on this one. Yeah, those are like my top ones. But I have like I mean, look at the number up here. Okay, there's a 201 in here. So when I say that the ones I watched recently were it, you just gotta trust me on that because I'm experienced. I'm seasoned. I know I'm not like, oh, I've seen more anime than anyone ever. Okay, like I'm not like that. But I will say that when I say it sucked, you just have to trust me on that. Because I'm in the game. Anyway, so, yeah. Tell me what you guys think about all of the shows I said I like, unless you hated them. If you hated them, you're blocked. But if you actually liked any of the ones that I kind of poopied on it earlier in the video, let me know. Let me know why. I want to know what's going on in your head.